welcome to Horror Rewind. This is Kelly Florence.
And I'm Meg Hofdahl.
And today is our special Q&A episode. We asked you to DM us questions that you wanted us to answer. And so, Meg, you have seen some of these. I have seen some of these, but we both haven't seen all of them.
No, I haven't seen all of them.
Depending on which account they came to. And also, I realized, friends, I forgot to ask permission to, say who asked the question. So we're just going to keep it all anonymous just to be on the up and up.
All right, that sounds good.
Because we believe in consent.
Yes, that's
in all
right.
aspects of life.
Oh my goodness, this is getting so serious
Oh
already.
my God.
Oh.
We should have made a drinking game out of it, maybe.
Oh, you know what?
How about every time we like a question, we take a drink? Okay. Oh, no, this might be bad. Okay, here we go. We're taking a drink.
And there hasn't even been a question yet.
Also, it's the end of August. Your kids start school in 4 days. How do you feel about that?
I feel like taking another drink.
Yeah! It's been a summer, friends, and just like the past couple of years, year and a half, you just gotta go with the flow, right? Gotta roll with the flow.
I feel like I've actually learned to be a little more go with the flow.
Yeah, no, I think that is definitely the lesson we've learned.
Yeah, you just kind of have to be like, well, it might happen, it might not happen. That makes me want to take another drink.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Okay, ready? I'm shaking this. I don't know if you can hear it. Meg, you take the first question. And as far as I know, I think both of these questions...
both answering?
All of these questions are for both of us because I
Okay.
didn't see any that specified a name. So
Okay. All right.
So here we go.
All right,
Just pick one and we're both going to answer it.
Okay. It says, Kelly made these nice little... She wrote them out. And I'm having trouble with my nails getting it open. Okay.
Oh, no, it's an F, Mary, kill. Wow, this is getting right out of the gate here.
Laurie Strode, Nancy Thompson, so that's from Nightmare on Elm Street, and Alice Hardy, that's from
Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And then, of course, Laurie Strode's from Halloween.
Laurie Strode.
Okay, so...
Fuck, Mary, kill.
Okay.
Who... I think...
Wow, this is hard because I love all of them. They're all queens.
I think I would F Nancy.
Okay.
As long as she's old enough. And I would marry Laurie Strode. And I would kill Alice Hardy.
I think I would marry Nancy because I feel like she's very resourceful and she would be great, help around, the house. She would help me keep it together. Because I'm in charge of a lot at my home currently, and I feel like Nancy would be like, we need to drink more coffee.
That's true.
So
she would be really good at that. She'd be a good little barista.
I'm going to marry her. I'm going to sleep with Laurie Strode, and I'm going to kill Alice. But, Alice, I love you.
Alice.
Yeah, sorry, Alice.
I think I want to marry Laurie Strode because she's a total bookworm nerd.
Oh, yeah. No,
and we can talk books. So I like bookworms.
Okay, question number 2. What food do you equate to a horror movie? Oh, I was just talking about coffee. If that's not a food. Yeah, I don't know. Food to a horror movie. I don't even know what that means.
Food that I ate.
Or in a horror movie, or maybe what you like to eat while you're watching a horror movie. You know what? We can interpret this multiple ways. Let's go.
I think about popcorn.
I was just gonna say my thing is popcorn.
I guess so. That's kind of cliche, I guess.
Also, something that I loved, and I know it's problematic for multiple reasons now, is Thriller. But that iconic scene of Michael Jackson, and it's a gif of him eating popcorn, and how much he loved the horror, and his girlfriend didn't. And that, when I was in first grade, I was like, I would have loved it just as much as he did.
Michael Jackson, take me.
I know, yucky.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna say that I think about, what keeps coming in my mind are scenes where they're pretending to eat people.
Oh,
and what they must use to and I wonder what it would be like to be an actor and pretending to eat a person.
Ooh.
Depending on if the character's enjoying it or not, I guess. But they have all the crazy things of they were eating tofurkey or they were eating ham or whatever, and so I always find that kind of interesting, the backstory.
That reminds me of that X-Files episode Hollywood AD when the zombies in the show in the movie are vegetarians, and he's
yeah.
like, it was supposed to be too furry. Anyway,
It's probably where I got that from. Sorry, I was sucking down wine when I said that.
No,
That's probably
see?
where I got it from.
you were supposed to take a drink because you liked the question. All right, here we go. It's your turn. Whoops, that one fell out, so I guess that's the one
That's
that
the
wants
one.
you.
Okay. I can see that you had your
It was a grocery list.
grocery list on the back. Okay. Marry someone in a horror movie. Who? Oh, that's kind of like F, marry, kill, but we don't have
But
to
just
choose.
marry, yes. So just marry.
We can marry. I feel like you're gonna say Ash.
No, I don't think he'd be a good husband.
No, he wouldn't be a good husband.
See, I mean that I'd be like, well, yeah, I'll marry Bruce Campbell, but no,
yeah,
Ash is
that's
not.
true. Ash
He's-
has a wandering eye. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and he drinks a little too much.
Yeah.
And I don't mind
Okay.
his girdle. I don't mind a dad bod, but I don't think he'd be a good husband.
Okay, that's fair. Wow. The problem is there's probably so many that I can't even think of who I'm in love with, who I want to marry.
I mean, it could be a good guy or a bad guy.
I love Vincent Price. Like, I would love that energy.
Oh.
Like, I kind of like how he has this spicy relationship on House on Haunted Hill. I know they actually are trying to kill each other or something. But it's kind of a little sexy spicy, and I like that. So I'm gonna say Vincent Price in anything.
Oh my goodness! You know, I like that answer, but I'm gonna choose someone else. Who would I marry?
I'm trying to think who you love. Has Bo Burnham been in a horror movie?
I wish.
Someday.
Wait. Hey, you know what? Promising Young Woman is a horror movie.
Oh,
He's problematic,
yeah.
but I'm going to marry him and I'm going to fix him and make him apologize.
So you think it's easier to fix him than Ash? No, Ash is just as problematic though.
Oh God,
This is tough.
this is very tough. Okay, I'm going to the next question before I get in trouble. I might probably be already in trouble. Here it is. What horror content are you looking forward to this year? Ooh, they said content, so that could be anything.
Oh. Well, we all know I can't stop talking about Candyman. By the time this airs, are we? Oh
We'll have
my
already seen
God.
that.
So obviously that. There's a lot of books I'm looking forward to that that's coming out. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. Chasing the Boogeyman by Richard Chismar.
The Science of Serial Killers by us.
Yes.
Oh, and Twisted Reveries 3 by you.
Yeah. What else?
Halloween Kills. Did you already say that?
Oh, no, I didn't, but that's a good one. I am looking forward to
The
that.
new Chucky TV series? I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. And, Devon Sawa,
He's a king.
He's a king, and I love his Twitter.
Hey, you know what? I might marry him in Final Destination.
Oh.
There's my answer.
When he becomes of age.
Well, obviously.
I'm just being careful.
No, you know what? We're all about caution here at Horror Rewind. Wait, I picked last one. You picked this
All
one.
right. Favorite final girl, guy, or they?
Oh, thank you for... See, they're being inclusive.
Yeah, I like
thank
that.
you, fan.
Oh my gosh. Well, my favorite horror movie of all time is The Shining. So I think my favorite final girl, and I know a lot of people give her a hard time, but I actually think Shelley Duvall and I guess that's not her name.
Wendy Torrance.
Wendy Torrance.
No, oh my God, yes.
Her and plus Danny Torrance, who is so clever.
Oh my
So
God.
I think they're the final girl and guy of that movie.
I love it. I am going to say Jada Pinkett Smith in Demon Knights
Ooh.
because she's a badass and she's the changing face of the final girl because she has a past and she's not typical in
And at
Carol
that
Clover's
time-
definition. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a woman of color.
Right. At that time, it was pretty dang revolutionary. In fact, even now, it probably is too.
Yeah.
Because when you really think about how many black final girls there have been, not
Yeah.
very many. So that's awesome.
All right. Oh, but they also said final guy or they.
Oh, well-
so maybe we should answer with if there is a final guy that we like too. I don't know.
Well, I said Danny.
Danny. Oh yeah, you did. So it's just my.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it and I was like, this is why I love it because he's like the final girl, but it's a final guy. I can't remember. Go back and listen to the podcast, friends. Help me figure it out. Oh, it's a question about our writing. What is the first thing you wrote, and do you remember what age and what it was?
Yes.
I do too. You go first.
Okay. My epic tale was called The Bear and the Raccoon.
Oh, Meg, I've heard this story.
And
I
it
love
was about a bear and a raccoon who were roommates, and they had to learn how to live together. And I was about 5.
Do you think that is was a metaphor for something going on in your life at the time?
Yes, I was just gonna make a bad joke.
Oh, no.
Yes, my parents were killed by a bear. So no, I was kidding.
I'm glad you didn't go with the bad joke.
It could be. I mean, maybe I had a big brother. Maybe it was about me and my big brother. I don't know, but it didn't have any horror in it. I don't think, if I can remember. But I did. I remember the first horror thing I wrote was about a black cat. So there was a lot of animal themes going on. How about you?
I wrote, both were horror. One was a little less stabby, and the other one I was like, I'm the next Stephen King, just but the first one was a story about a girl getting locked in her bedroom.
Oh, no.
During her own birthday party, and they just went on and celebrated without her, and she could watch the entire party out of her bedroom window, and no one ever came to check on her, and she cried herself to sleep, and when she woke up, her door was unlocked. That's how it ended, and she's like, they didn't even care enough to wake me up.
That's a horror. That's
see?
especially from a kid's point of view. That is a horror story.
And then the next one, a girl thought that someone was breaking into her apartment because her parents were gone, and so she went in the bathroom and killed herself with a knife.
Oh my god!
And then it turns out then there was an epilogue because it was from her point of view, because I used to write in the first person, okay? And then her parents came in and they found her dead. It was them trying to get in because they forgot their keys. Meg, this is dark.
This is dark, but I think it explains a lot.
Yeah. So yes, we've always been dark children.
I guess so. All right,
And dark passengers, as Dexter would say.
Oh, this is what's going on with your Scream showings.
Oh, somebody must have seen that we were posting about that. Well, we have 2, depending on where you are. Well, 2 so far. In northern Minnesota or southern Minnesota, you can come if you're in Duluth in October to the Zeitgeist Cinema 2, and watch Scream for free. We're going to do a Q&A and a book signing.
Not Scream 4. I know you said Scream for free, but I'm just saying, not Scream 4.
Yeah.
Regular Scream.
Yeah,
First Scream.
And in Rochester.
I guess they were asking about Scream content for this year, because I was going to say the new Scream. I'm really excited for that's next year.
Yes. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, we're going to introduce it. It's October 29th in Rochester. I can't remember the date in Duluth. And we are going to introduce the movie and talk about sort of the inspiration behind it,
I think there's a charge for the one in Rochester.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
Okay, so in Duluth, it's on October 8th at 7 p.m. In Rochester, we're not sure of the time, but check back October 29th.
Yeah, so that's going to be really fun because, we're going to have our new books there to sign. We'll hopefully have our other books there, too. But I'm very excited to just watch Scream with everybody and talk about it, and, what a fun time.
I love it. Okay, here comes the next question. Oh, it just says Freddy or Jason.
Ooh. Is this what are we choosing?
I don't know what we're choosing for. I'm a Jason girl.
Me too. I'm a Jason girl too. I mean, I love a guy with a sense of humor, but there's just something about that silent hulking Jason. The way he kills.
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree.
Okay. Craziest thing you learned researching Science of Horror, Sarah, all the books. Craziest thing you learned. I don't know if this is the craziest thing, but the thing that's really stuck in my mind is this whole concept that people are more violent from certain generations because of lead poisoning.
Ooh.
And that because
is that in our latest book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about how before there was unleaded gas, it was everywhere. It's actually there's actual scientific proof that violence was up, and actually they charted it in countries like Jamaica, for instance, where they got rid of lead after us, and it is the same there, where their violence was up when they didn't have the unleaded gas and stuff. And I find it very interesting. So there's this concept of like that might be one of the reasons that serial killers were flourishing in like the 70s, because it was the 50s when they were like advertising like put lead on everything. So anyway, wow. I just find that really interesting, and like how it could affect your brain as a child and maybe make you that out of it.
That's totally fascinating. I think my answer would be, the thing that I keep coming back to is our last book, The Science of Stephen King, and researching about global warfare and like what humans have done to other humans throughout history to just try to like one up their enemies. It's disgusting. So read that chapter, friends. It's in the Stand chapter in that book.
Oh, cool.
It's me. It's me.
All right, it's you.
Wait, take a drink. We haven't taken a drink in a while. Oh, good. Someone else is. I might have been the same person, actually. An F, Marry, Kill. Ooh. Oh, but I like this. I don't know if we've answered this one ever before. Candyman, Michael Myers, and Chucky. F, Marry, Kill.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Okay.
Guess what? I'm marrying Candyman.
Me too. He's so romantic.
He is. He's loyal.
He's loyal and romantic.
And he'll hook anybody who gets in our way.
I mean, I don't love the whole like chest of bees, but I can get over it.
Okay, I'm killing Chucky, and I'm effing Michael.
Yeah, I
agree. Keep the mask on.
He does not. Oh wait, I was gonna say he does not look great under there, but that's Jason. I don't know what Michael looks like.
You know what? I was thinking Jason.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe take the mask off and then I'll tell you to put it
back
on.
Yeah, it's like Arrested Development when they're in the closet and he keeps making her put her glasses on and off and her hair up and down. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Meg, we're getting in trouble.
I know. People are asking us who we'd F.
I mean, what else? What do you expect us to know?
Oh.
Live in a horror movie.
I thought I was on the side with your
recipes,
and I'm like, what? Live in a horror movie. Pick one.
Oh, I like this because, like,
if you could live in a horror, but you don't want to live in a horror movie. That's a horror movie.
You know what? I'm gonna choose. Oh, it's not a movie. It's a TV show. I was gonna say I'll go live in Bly Manor.
Oh, would you?
I mean, I was just reading something about it today, or looking at a lovely photo of it. And I was thinking how lovely that show is.
It is a lovely show.
But that's not a movie, so it's a movie.
I can see drinking tea and hanging out at Bly Manor, definitely. Well, I want to live in a horror movie that, like, I don't die. So it needs to be a movie where, like, I can survive. But I couldn't survive any horror movie.
Oh, you could survive The Shining, because you're badass.
Okay, well, I would like that because I do.
And you could do in the hotel, yeah.
I would like some writing time in a hotel.
How about Dawn of the Dead? You could live in a mall. You can survive. You're a badass.
You know what? I always wanted to live in that. I did want that to be. Yeah.
No, those are my two answers.
Yeah, I agree. Although they said pick one,
oh,
so
okay.
I'll say The Shining and
I'll
you say
Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Next question: what horror villain or hero would you hire to defend you?
Ooh, do I have
like
to pay
a bodyguard?
The money?
Well, if we had to hire a bodyguard, I guess. Yeah, it says hire.
Well, we were just saying Candyman is pretty badass.
Yeah, it says villain or hero.
Oh.
Also, I mean, Ash is not great, but I feel like he would do a good job.
Yeah, he would do a good, especially if we pay him in like beer.
Oh yeah, no. You know what?
Girly magazines.
I'm hiring Ash because I feel like Candyman might get too jealous. And like,
That's
no,
true.
Candyman, you weren't supposed to kill them. But Ash would just be like, let's go. You know?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good answer. Wow.
But you were just saying Jason. He might be a good bodyguard, right?
Jason would be a good bodyguard, but maybe we need somebody more clever. Maybe we need somebody like the bride in Ready or Not or something, who's like really like she can like think through stuff. Maybe we don't need a meathead.
Yeah, why are we talking about all these freaking guys? No, that's true. Okay, no, wait. No, I know I know.
What?
Cassie and Promising Young Woman.
Oh.
Guess what? She's going to get revenge on anybody's ass.
That's true. That's true. So maybe we don't need meatheads for bodyguards. You know, Jason, Michael, they're just gonna like
women.
they're gonna like somebody's gonna like tie their shoelaces together.
Who read the last one? I don't remember. Meg, you haven't been drinking.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on. I'm drinking before I even read this.
And I need to go get another drink, but I refuse to edit. So talk while I'm
Okay.
gone.
So I'm gonna read this question really slow while Kelly goes and gets a drink.
Go.
Okay. What was your favorite interview for the books that we did?
Oh.
Well, I know my favorite is the anonymous FBI agent that I talked to for, we also talked, okay, but
You
anyway.
have to pick,
okay,
and
yeah.
then I'll pick.
Yeah. And that was really cool because I got to geek out and ask him questions about, you know, things that like Jeffrey Dahmer and really interesting true crime things, and I got to like hear it from somebody who actually lived through these things, and he was very honest with me, and he talked about, you know, how difficult it is to deal with the things he dealt with, and he was just very earnest, and it was a really neat life moment.
So I have to preface this by saying I can't remember an interview that hasn't blown me away, where I haven't learned something, that hasn't been interesting, and where that hasn't like spurred me to like research down a different rabbit hole or different paths. So they've all been amazing.
All good.
But I have to say, I'm not going to spoil them, but a couple interviews in our next book, The Science of Witchcraft,
Yeah, that's
like
what
we
that
were
was.
fangirling over, but I won't talk about it yet because it'll be too spoilery.
Yeah.
But interviewing some filmmakers for and actors for The Science of Serial Killers. Also, I'm not going to spoil it. Pick up a copy of the book. Holy crap. Just pick it up and you're not even going to believe what we learned.
Yeah, it's so, you know, we like to do research and write, but interviewing and getting different perspectives is so freaking cool.
Okay, next question. Creepiest thing you've experienced in real life? Have you seen a ghost?
Ooh, I don't
Creepiest
think
thing.
I've seen a ghost.
Now, you know, speaking of true crime, the creepiest thing I ever experienced, and I talked about it on the podcast, was when someone tried to break into our hotel room in LA when I was staying out there with my dad. So it was like a
scary
home invasion situation, but it was a hotel room. That was the creepiest. How about you?
Oh my god, it's so hard to think off the top of my head. The creepiest. I'm sure I'm gonna think of like 10 things later. I've lived a pretty non-creep life.
That's good.
That's good, right? I think that's why I like horror, because I like thinking about it, and it's a fantasy to me because I don't live in like a spooky haunted house. So I can think about it, you know, but oh my gosh. I mean, the scariest things are like the real things, like when Dexter's finger got cut off.
No,
Like that's what you know, those are the things that come to my mind.
I'm like thinking of real things.
So I don't know if I've seen a ghost, but if I see a ghost, I would definitely believe it. Like, I'm not somebody who's gonna stand there and like see a ghost and be like, well, that must have been something else. Like, if I see a ghost, I'll believe in ghosts.
Nice. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Oh, this is kind of on the same vein.
It's almost related.
Would you spend the night in a haunted house? Yes.
Yes, me too. Hey, friends, tell us the haunted house to stay in and we'll go. Let's go.
I want to go to the Lizzie Borden place.
Now it's a bed and breakfast.
I know. I want to go stay there. And there's a place down in Iowa where these axe murders happen that I'm interested in, and I want to stay there. I think it would be really interesting. Maybe I want to see a ghost.
I wouldn't be mad about it as long as they don't kill me.
Well, yeah, as long as they're not like, isn't that called it? I think that's a poltergeist.
There you
Can a
go.
poltergeist kill you and a ghost? As long as they're wearing old-timey clothes and they're smiling would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, if they want me to avenge their murder, like, let's go.
Ooh.
Speaking of Cassie from Promising Young Woman.
Yeah.
Last question. Oh, what's the favorite chapter that you've ever written of your science books? I mean, that's kind of similar to interview, but like a chapter that you've written. Oh, I don't know if I could pick a favorite overall. I'm going to go book by book.
Oh my God. Okay.
My favorite, and I'll just be brief. Stephen King was 11/22 next night right, because I love JFK, and if you don't know me by now, you don't even know me. So there you go. My favorite chapter of The Science of Women in Horror was probably Prevenge, because we got to interview the amazing, iconic Alice Lowe, who wrote, directed, and starred in that movie while she was fully pregnant. And then I'm going in reverse order. Science of Monsters, my favorite chapter. I really was interested and fascinated learning about exorcisms and body possession.
Whoa.
Do you have answers, Meg?
Well, I better. I really liked writing about the dark half because I got into some interesting stuff about Richard Bachman versus Stephen King, and some really disgusting research about like
yes.
like the what do you call them? Parasitic twins.
Oh my God. So we did this presentation on the science of Stephen King, and Meg was like, can you switch these captions, like parasitic versus embryonic? I don't even know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing like I've done for work in my
I know.
life. And
I'm
it's
like,
disgusting.
can you switch that? Those are parasitic twins, not those.
Gross.
Anyway, so yeah, that I kind of like that kind of like gory stuff. And then let's see, Science of Monsters. What did I even write about?
It's been so long ago.
I know.
We wrote about a lot of things.
Science of
I think you
Women
probably I think you liked writing about the cabin fever aspect of The Shining.
Oh, yeah, I did like that. And Science of Women in Horror. Oh, I liked writing about kind of like Betty Davis and like the whatever happened to Baby Jane and that kind of whole era. I liked researching and writing about that, as well as The Bad Seed. I thought that was fun.
Now, I know I didn't say it, but I'm going to ask you now. Favorite chapter? I know it's kind of like icky to talk about favorite chapter of serial killers, but my favorite chapter to write about was actually Joe Ball. And not Joe Ball because gross, but the alligator movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of fun to do research on alligators. So anyway.
Oh, well, I really enjoyed writing Science of Serial Killers. I didn't know much about Leopold and Loeb, these two sort of privileged, upper rich white dudes who just like their life was boring and they wanted to do something, and it's just like really. So I ended up watching Rope, which is based on them, and had this falling in love with that movie because I had loved it before, but then I was like, oh yeah, this movie is amazing. So,
and the reason I love Rope from a filmmaking standpoint is because of the long takes.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Campbell's film, that black and white, remember the heist?
Oh, yeah.
They did that in all they edited the X-Files episode that did that triangle.
Long take. Yeah.
Like, give me a long take. I live for long takes.
Yeah. Rope definitely, Alfred Hitchcock's a master.
I mean, it's so theater.
Yeah,
you know?
It is very theater. And like Rope itself takes place all in I don't know if it's based on a play, but it takes place all in one apartment. So, yeah.
Oh, friends, thank you for sending these questions. I hope I didn't miss any because I did these a couple days ago. So if any have come in since then, I apologize. But make sure to pre-order The Science of Serial Killers. Look for where we're going to be and when, virtually on podcasts and in person for our book tour.
We're announcing more things. So.
Yes. And so until next time, we'll see you in the horror section.
Bye.